Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. So it's looking like Maurice Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville has effed around and found out. He allowed that ego, that law license that he says he has, and that he's a really good attorney, but apparently he's not that great of an attorney, because honestly, if he was, really great attorneys don't go around suing, and this is no knock to anyone that I am referencing, but big time great attorneys don't go around suing low level content creators and YouTubers. Like, seriously. That's not a knock to anybody that I'm referencing, but let's be clear. Really great attorneys, they don't have time for the stupid stuff like this. And like I said before, those people who spoke about whatever they spoke about, forget the people that did see it. Think about the many that did not. Maurice Scott is not a celebrity. And it was so funny in the counterclaim, answer and counterclaim to his lawsuit that the content creator, YouTuber's attorney, Black Titanic, filed on her behalf, referenced that over and over again in the pleadings. The so-called celebrity. Because that's what I was saying all along. These people are not celebrities. You are a reality TV personality at best. And quite frankly, a low-level one. Because forget the people who do see the show, who have seen the show. Think about the many millions that have not and will not ever and do not care about him. So nothing that was said or alleged or spoken of as a possibility was hurting him in any way. And that is what I want to talk about right now. So I like to read, and so I'm going to give credit to Urban Bell magazine. YouTuber gains a win in legal battle against Maurice Scott. Plus, Maurice seeks dismissal of DUI. All right. It has been a very busy spring, and it will be a very busy summer for Love and Marriage Huntsville personality, Maurice Scott. He's dealing with two legal fronts, civil and criminal. Boy, oh boy, what a time to be an attorney and have all this legal mess going on. I think the only other attorney that's going through a whole lot more is Rudy Giuliani. And he's about to kick the bucket at any moment. So anyway, first, Maurice is entangled in a civil suit and counterclaim against two YouTube bloggers who follow and report on the show. As previously reported by Urban Bell, Maurice filed a claim against YouTubers Black Titanic and Here for Hot Tea for defamation, libel, and slander. This was in response to Black Titanic claiming Maurice had a drug dealing past. Black Titanic and Here for Hot Tea, with the help of other YouTubers, ultimately filed a counterclaim against Maurice. Their attorney issued 21 counts against Maurice, and they are suing for over $5 million. Now, I will say that from this article, I think they may have it incorrect, because I don't believe that the content creator Here for Hot Tea is filing a counterclaim, because from what I heard her say, she hasn't been served with a lawsuit, so technically she's not even involved. So definitely Black Titanic's attorney filed an answer and counterclaim. All right. The latest update regarding the case is that Black Titanic's attorney was able to have the judge add the show's network, Oprah Winfrey Network, to the lawsuit. The attorney motioned to add them to the case on May 6th. Conversely, Maurice also filed a motion to dismiss the case in May. A hearing occurred on June 17th, and the judge granted Black Titanic's motion to add on to the counterclaim as a defendant. Meanwhile, the judge did not make a ruling on Maurice's motions. But listen, the fact that a ruling was not made, to me, seems that his motion was denied. Because if it was going to be granted, I don't believe that they would add the network and drop him. It wouldn't make sense, because he was the one that was filing the lawsuit in the first place. The Oprah Winfrey Network didn't file a lawsuit. They didn't say that these YouTubers were defaming the character of their reality TV personality and the network. And they didn't feel that there was any libel slander involved. Honestly, they didn't want to have anything to do with it. They're the ones that are employing his... I was about to say something, but I'm not going to go there. Anyway, currently the case will proceed, and Owen is a defendant in the counterclaim as well. And meanwhile, Maurice also deals with a DUI. Previously, Maurice was arrested for a DUI in Huntsville, Alabama on Memorial Day weekend. He ultimately got released on a $5,000 bond. Recently, per documents obtained by Urban Bell, Maurice has obtained legal counsel, and the counsel is looking to fight all charges. On June 10th, Maurice's attorney entered a not guilty plea. The judge on the case accepted the plea. His attorney also filed a motion to dismiss all charges against Maurice regarding the DUI. The claims for dismissal are on claims that the charging instrument violates Maurice's right to due process and is too vague to stage a defense. The court documents note that Maurice refused the breathalyzer test during the traffic stop. Maurice's court hearing is scheduled for July 23rd. Now listen, I don't know a whole lot about DUI, thank you, Jesus. But it's possible that he could get a break on that, because I've heard of people that have refused to take breathalyzers and they've, gotten arrested, but ultimately, because they had good legal counsel, they were able to get the charges dismissed. I don't know if it was the exact same situation with Quad Webb from Married to Medicine, but she, in this most recent season, that's something that was referenced about her, but she said ultimately, she was released, but I don't think she got arrested. But I will say, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of experience. I don't have any experience with DUI situations, so I don't know, but I've just heard in some instances, depending on the counsel, depending on the circumstances, they were able to ultimately get it dropped or dismissed. So that might happen for him, but it happened. I believe what happened was actually what was supposed to happen, that he was driving under the influence and he was arrested. I'm not saying allegedly, because that's exactly what happened. There are a lot of people who were guilty of things and they were able to get good counsel and able to get the charges either dismissed, or if they go through a trial, found not guilty, or they get some lesser arrangement or settlement involved so that they could just move on with their lives. But we don't have to say that it was alleged, because it actually happened. There is a mugshot. There is a arrest record. It happened. And I believe the arrest record as well, over the word of Funky Dineva, that he was actually arrested 4 a.m. No, he was arrested close to noon. All right. Which to me sounds like it's possible that he might have been possibly, and I will say alleged in that situation, sneaking and creeping. Checkout time is usually between 11 and noon. Okay. And it's possible that if that were happening, that he was, checking out and on his way to the house and was driving erratic, possibly hit something. And then this is what ultimately happened. But anyway, guys, his ego wrote a check that his ass cannot cash, because he should have just left these women alone. These women were not doing anything to cause harm to his reputation, to his business, to his legal practice, if he has one. It was all about ego and bravado. And I agree with the pleadings of the counterclaim and answer to the complaint on behalf of Black Titanic by her attorney, that he is a so-called celebrity that was egotistical and trying to control women. Like, that's how I see it. I have the right to see it how I see it, and I 100% agree with that. So yeah, if they were going to dismiss this counterclaim, they would not have allowed the OWN network to be added to it. So we can pretty much say that the motion was denied. But I digress. I just wanted to talk about that. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.